Hey kids, welcome back to Reading for Vocabulary. I'm Brian Stewart. Are you ready to continue? I am. We're on Unit 1 talking about plants, Lesson 2. Not just for food. Plants are not just for food. Sure, we eat plants a lot, but they're not just for food. We use plants in other ways. So in this lesson, we will focus on, we will pay attention to. Think about plants we use in our lives. Plants we use in our lives, but not for food, for many other things. So we're going to talk about in this unit about how we use plants for things other than food, besides food. Yes, we eat plants, but we use plants for many other things. For example, let's think about this topic a little more. Here we have this type of plant. What is it? Of course, it's lemons. These are lemons. If you bite a lemon, right, it's very sour, right? So lemons. We don't just eat lemons or make them into a drink. We also use lemons in other ways. What other way can we use lemons? A, towel. B, wash basin. A wash basin, we also say it is a sink. It's the place where we wash our face, right? Turn on the water, get some water, wash our face, wash our hands. A wash basin. C, toothbrush, right? You brush your teeth every day, 3 times a day, right? A toothbrush. Or soap. So what do you think we can use lemons for? Can we use lemons to make towels? That would be strange, wouldn't it? We don't use lemons to make towels. What about wash basin? A wash basin is made of very strong material, like metal and other types of strong material, not plants. Toothbrush. Do we use... That would be great to have a lemon toothbrush, right? Like lemon candy, but we don't use that to brush our teeth, right? What about soap? If you smell soap, sometimes soap smells like different things. Soap can smell like lemons. So if you have soap that smells like lemon, then we use lemons to make soap. So what is made of lemons? Soap can be made of lemons. Not always, right? But lemons can be used to make soap. So of these things, we can use lemons to make soap. So you see, we don't just eat lemons. We can use lemons to make other things besides food. That's what we're talking about in this unit. Let's begin with our first word. Here we brush our teeth with this. We have the picture, not the toothbrush, right? That's a toothbrush. We're not talking about the toothbrush. We're talking about this here. What is this? What's that stuff? We put it on our toothbrush and we brush, chiki chiki chaka chaka choco choco, right? We brush our teeth with this. What do we call it? We call it toothpaste. Toothpaste. Paste is the material that we use to brush our teeth. Toothpaste. 2 words. We put it together. So this is toothpaste that we put on the toothbrush and we brush our teeth with it. Toothpaste. Okay. Next one. We already saw this word, right? We just saw this a little bit ago. The yellow fruit. Yellow fruit. It's a fruit because it has seeds in it. The yellow fruit that tastes sour. Right? Lemons taste sour. It means, right? It's not a really good taste. It's not sweet. We put sugar in it to make it sweet, and we like lemons then. But it's a sour taste. And what did I say? I just said lemon. These are lemons. So if you have many lemons, right, you have many yellow fruits. It's yellow fruit that tastes sour. Okay, our next word, that's an interesting picture. It's the liquid. Liquid is like water, right? Water inside a bottle that girls use to smell nice. So girls like to smell nice. Ooh, they smell so nice, right? Usually girls use this thing to smell nice. It's made of flowers, many different types of flowers. What do we call it? We call it perfume. 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 So we have P, then we have F. Be careful, because P is P. F is F. Do you see the difference? P, your lips are together. P. F, your lips are not together. Your teeth are on your bottom lip. F. So, perfume. 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 Perfume is liquid that girls use to smell nice, right? Psh, 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 psh. They put perfume on their bodies. Okay. Next one, we have another liquid. It's also a liquid. We cook food in this. So we pour this on the pan and put food in there, and we cook it. We heat it up very hot, and we cook food in this. What is it? It's very slippery, right? We call it oil. Oil. Oil, right? Oil. O-I. O-I. Oil. Oil. So we say that this is oil. Your mom uses oil to cook in. And we call that cooking oil. Cooking oil. There's many types of oil, but when we cook food in it, we call it cooking oil. Cooking oil. Okay. What's this here? This is very strong, right? We can tie it to one place and pull with it. A strong line we tie, right? Can you tie a rope to something? Can you tie your shoes, your shoelaces together? You tie something together. You tie to things, of course I just said it, it is a rope. A rope is very thick, right? We call that a rope. This is a rope. And we tie it to things and we can pull, right? So rope, rope. Okay. The next word here, we talked about this before, right? This is something that you wash with. When you wash your face, right? You get a little bit on your hand or your cloth and you put it on your face and you wash your face with it. When you wash your hands, you take this in your hands and you wash your hands with this. It helps make your hands very clean. If you just use water, that's not so good. It's better if you use soap. Soap. Use soap to wash your hands. By the way, it's very interesting. You can see here it says 100% vegetal. That's a different language. It's not English, but it means 100% vegetable. This soap is made from vegetables. It's very natural soap, 100% vegetables. It's made, we use vegetables to make soap. Okay. Oh, are you hungry? Whoa, I'm hungry. Just looking at this, wow, it looks really good. Ah, mashita, right? This is what we eat to get energy. We want energy. Sometimes we get tired. Ah, it's been a long day. But if we eat something, we get more energy, right? So, and this looks very delicious. What is it? It's food. 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 Okay? And by the way, there's two types of food, right? These are all plants. We get this from plants. This is meat. meat. We get that from animals. So there's two types of food, right? Vegetables or plants and meat. These are food. We eat them to get energy. Food. Okay. Here we have an interesting plant. This is a plant with a fresh smell. Smells very fresh. And it tastes fresh. It tastes very fresh. It's really good. Sometimes we have this in ice cream. Sometimes they put it into hot chocolate, right? It makes the hot chocolate taste fresh or good. It makes our ice cream taste good. What is it? It is mint. Mint. So you know mint ice cream, like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Wow, really good, right? It's green. Mint hot choco. Don't say hot choco, say hot chocolate. Mint hot chocolate. If we put mint in it, it tastes fresh. It tastes fresh. It's very good. So we put mint in food sometimes, but we also use mint for other things like perfume, soap, toothpaste. If you have mint toothpaste, for example, it tastes fresh and it smells fresh. Mint. Okay, what's our next word? We talked about lemons before. We talked about lemons before, but this is a drink with a lemon flavor. A drink with a lemon flavor. And you can see lemon is here, but this is a drink. So we put lemons in, we put sugar and water. It's very delicious. What is it? It's called, big word, lemonade. 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 If you say it quickly, it sounds like lemonade. Lemonade. Okay? So this is very delicious, right? If it's hot on a summer day, I'm very hot, drink some cold lemonade. It's very refreshing. It tastes good. So it's a drink with a lemon flavor. We say lemonade. Okay, the next one. This looks good, right? Are you hungry? I was hungry before. Now I see this. I'm hungry again. This is it's long, yellow. This is the color of yellow. This is green. This is yellow. Yellow is this color here. Yellow vegetable that has a green skin. So this is yellow, this is green. The skin is green, and then you pull back the skin underneath, it's yellow. And there are many little pieces, right, that we eat. It's very good with butter, right? What is it? Of course, we say it's corn. Corn is what we eat as a vegetable. It's a long yellow vegetable that has a green skin. But we use corn for many other things. Corn. Corn. Okay. Wow, what's this girl doing? She has had a lot of food. She has a lot of energy, right? She is doing something. She is exercising. It's an exercise. Exercise. Something you do to make your body strong. An exercise in which the player or the person jumps over a rope many times, right? The rope is going around and around and around, and that person is jumping, right? They have to jump over the rope many times. Whew, I'm getting tired. Okay, what is it? It's called jump rope. Very easy. Remember we said that this is like a rope here, and you jump over it? It's jump rope. Jump over a rope. Jump rope. 2 words. Jump rope. Jump rope. Okay. This is another fun exercise or game, right, that you can use a rope. One is jump rope. The other is people pull on the rope. A game in which 2 teams, 1 team, 2 teams, and it can be many people but two teams, one team, two teams. Two teams hold a rope and pull against each other. They pull against each other. So these guys are pulling this way. This team is pulling that way. They pull against each other. Who will win, right? Who will win this game? What is this game? We say it is tug of war. It's like war. Two teams, they're fighting the war. Tug means pull. Like this, pull. That's tug. So tug of war. Tug of war. Tug of war. It's called tug of war. Let's play tug of war. It's a fun game you can use with many people. You have two teams. Make sure the teams are even, right? It's not fair. Teams should have the same number of people. So, tug of war, two teams. Okay, it's a fun game. Okay, let's move on to our exercise. We have words in our box here, and we have the definitions down here. We have to match these words to the right definition. How well do you remember the words we just studied? Let's do a little test, shall we? Okay, so our words are toothpaste, toothpaste. Next, oil, oil. Then lemon, lemon. Perfume, perfume. Remember P and F. P-fu. Perfume, perfume. Soap, soap. Rope, rope. Soap and rope, right? They sound very similar. Soap, right? And rope. Okay, let's match these definitions. Number one, we cook food in this, right? It's cooking oil. Cooking oil. We cook food in this. It's cooking oil, or just oil. We cook food in oil. Number two, a fruit that tastes sour. Ugh, right? Sour. It makes your face ugly like mine. Ugh. It makes your face strange. So if you taste it, remember it's a yellow fruit, and you bite into it, it tastes sour. But if you put sugar and water with it, you make a nice drink, right? What is the fruit? We say it is lemon. Lemon. Number three, we brush our teeth. We brush our teeth with this. What do we brush our teeth with? Well, over here we have tooth, right? Tooth, and then we have paste. Toothpaste. We brush our teeth with toothpaste. With toothpaste, and we put it on a toothbrush. So we put toothpaste, like this is my toothpaste, this is my toothbrush, and then we brush our teeth, right? So toothpaste, we brush our teeth with this. Okay, number four. We use this to wash things. We want to wash something, and we want it to be clean, very clean. So we don't just use water, we also use soap. Soap and water. We use soap and water to wash our hands, to wash our face, to wash our clothes. We use soap and water. Number five, a strong line that we tie to things. We can tie it to things. What can we use to tie to things? Also, we can play the game tug of war, and we can also jump over it. What is it? It's rope, jumping rope, or tug of war. We use the rope for tug of war. We can also tie things with rope. 6, girls. Girls use it to smell nice. Ah, right? They spray it on their bodies to smell nice. It's made of flowers, right? What is it? Of course, it is perfume. Perfume. That's the difficult word to pronounce. Girls use perfume to smell nice. Okay? If you're a boy, don't spray perfume on you. Oh, that's strange, right? Girls use perfume to smell nice. Okay, that wraps it up for the vocabulary section. Let's take a short break, come back, and read the reading section. Don't go away. See you soon. Okay, welcome back to the reading section for lesson number 2. We're talking about plants, and we're talking about plants are not just used for food. Plants are used for many things. Let's find out. Let's read the first sentence. Plants are not just for food. Not just for food. Just means only, right? They're not just for food. Sure, we eat plants, that's true. But plants are not just food. We use plants to make things too, also. So plants are not just or only used for food. We use plants to make many other things also. Do you like the taste of mint? Of course you do. You like the taste of mint. It's very fresh. It smells fresh. It tastes fresh. Some, not all, but some toothpastes taste like mint. We use mint leaves for toothpaste. So this is one way we use plants not for food, right? You don't eat toothpaste. Don't eat your toothpaste. Ugh. Brush your teeth and then spit it out, right? Don't eat it. So plants are not just for food. We use plants to make things too. Do you like the taste of mint? Some toothpastes taste like mint. We use mint leaves for toothpaste. So we use the leaves of mint and we put them into toothpaste. So it's one example of how we use plants not just for food, but for other things too. Let's continue. Another example. We talked about mint. Now let's talk about lemons. Lemons are not just for lemonade. Again, not just for. Mint is, plants are not just for food. Lemons are not just for lemonade. They're used for other things too. We use them to make soap. So we don't just use lemons to make lemonade and drink it. We also use lemons in another way to make soap. Lemons make soap smell good. So if we have the soap, we can smell the soap. If it smells like lemon, it smells like lemon, then we know lemons were used to make soap, People like the smell of lemons. Lemons smell good. Good smell for lemons. So it's a good smell. We put it in soap and it smells fresh and it smells clean. Lemons are very often used in soap because it smells good. We don't eat soap. Ugh, that's horrible, right? But we use lemons to make soap. Okay, let's review. Lemons are not just for lemonade. We use them to make soap. Lemons make soap smell good. Lemons make soap smell good. People like the smell. What do they like? They like the smell of onions. So people like the smell of lemons. Smells good. Let's continue here. We use seeds to grow new plants. So what do we use seeds for? We use seeds to grow new plants. Seeds can be used to make oil too. So we see two ways that seeds are used. We don't just eat seeds, we use them to make more plants. That's one way we use plants. Another way, second way, we can use to make oil. We use seeds to make oil. Oil is used, why? To cook food. So oil is used to cook food. First we have a seed. We use the seed to make oil. Then the oil is used to make food. So we have a few steps, but we start with the seed, the part of the plant. We don't eat it, we make oil. Then we use oil to cook food. For example, corn oil is made from corn seeds. Corn oil is very common. Many people use corn oil to cook food, for cooking oil, right? And we make it from corn seeds. So we have our oil, we can cook food in a different way. It's very good and it's very delicious. And corn oil is good oil to cook food in. It doesn't have a lot of fat. Okay, let's review here. We use seeds to grow new plants. Seeds can be used to make oil too. Oil is used to cook food. Corn oil is made from corn seeds. Okay, so here we can see two ways to use seeds. One way to grow plants, a second way to make oil. Let's continue. Do you like to smell flowers? Of course you do. Everybody likes to smell flowers. Flowers smell good. Some flowers smell very nice. So some flowers smell very nice. They smell very good. They have a good smell. We use flowers to make perfume. We use flowers. Why? To make perfume. That's one way we use flowers. We don't eat flowers. We don't eat these flowers. Well, that's strange. But we use flowers to make perfume. Who uses perfume? Girls like to smell like flowers. So girls use perfume to smell like flowers. Girls want to smell like flowers. Flowers smell good. Not boys. Boys don't like to smell like flowers, right? Girls like to smell like flowers, or women like to smell like flowers, so they use perfume. And that's how we use plants, not for food, but to make perfume. Let's review. Do you like to smell flowers? Sure. Some flowers smell very nice. We use flowers to make perfume. Girls like to smell like flowers. Girls like to smell like flowers. It's interesting. Girls they like to do it. They think, it's a good thing. Let's do it. Like is similar to here. So there's two meanings. Girls like it, smell like flower, two different meanings. I like to do it means I want to do it. It smells like flowers means it smells similar or the same as something else. So two different meanings for like and like. Okay, let's continue here. Another way. What's another way we use plants not for food? We can use plants to make ropes. People use ropes for many things, right? We use ropes for many different things. They can be used, not people, but ropes. Ropes. They can be used for games. We use ropes to play games, right? Kids like to jump rope. That's one game, right? That's one type of game. You need a rope to play tug of war, That's another game. So two different games. We can use ropes for games. One, we can jump rope. Two, we can play tug of war. We use plant stems, right? Stems are the body of the plant to make ropes. So we use stems to make ropes. Very interesting. So this is another example how we use plants for things other than food. Okay, let's review. People use ropes for many things. They can be used for games. Kids like to jump rope, one game. You need a rope to play tug of war. two games. We use plant stems to make ropes. It's the part of the plant we use to make ropes. Okay, so let's go to our reading comprehension. Now remember, we saw in the reading section many ways to use plants, not just for food, but there are many different ways. We saw that we use plants to make toothpaste. We use plants to make soap. We use plants to make oil. We use plants to make perfume. And we use plants to make rope. Many different ways that we use plants not as food. Okay, well let's cover the reading comprehension questions. Number one, this story is about what? What are we talking about in this story? A, vegetables. B, useful plants. C, cooking. D, exercise. So we have to think about what is the big subject that covers the whole reading passage. The whole reading passage, not just part of the reading passage, right? Like I said, we use plants for many, many different things. It's very useful. Soap is useful. Perfume is useful. Oil is very useful. So we're talking about useful plants, not vegetables. Vegetables are things we eat. So the passage is about plants that we don't eat. So we're not talking about vegetables. We're not talking about cooking. Yes, we talked a little bit about cooking, making oil to cook food, but that's just a small part of the whole reading passage. So it's not about cooking. It's sure, they mentioned cooking, but cooking is just a small part of the reading passage. The big part is useful plants. Also exercise. Yes, we talked about exercise a little bit, but the story's not about exercise. Exercise was just an example of how to use rope. The whole passage is about useful plants. Useful plants. Plants can be used for cooking. It can be used for exercise. It can be used for perfume, toothpaste, many, many different things. So the main subject that we're talking about, the whole subject, is useful plants. These are just small examples. So our answer is B. That's the main subject. This story is about useful plants. Okay. Number two. Some beep taste like mint. What are some things that taste like mint? We saw the example, right? A, soaps. B, elephants. C, toothpastes. D, lemons. So which one of these, some of them, taste like mint? Let's look at A, soaps. First of all, be careful. Taste, that means you eat them. Do you eat soaps? No, that's crazy, right? And we don't eat soap, so we don't taste soap. Soaps don't taste like mint. They might smell like mint. They could smell like lemons, like we read in the passage, but we don't taste soap. That's silly, blech, and that's yuck anyway, yuck, right? Elephants. Do you taste elephants? If you see a big elephant, what does it taste like? Don't do that. It's very dangerous, okay? So we don't say some elephants taste like mint. Besides, the reading passage didn't talk about elephants. So there were no elephants in the reading passage. So this is not the correct answer. Toothpastes. Did we talk about toothpaste in the reading passage? Yes, we did. What did we learn about toothpaste? We learned that mint leaves are used to make toothpaste because the toothpaste tastes like mint. Then that's our answer. Some toothpastes taste like mint, but some, not all, right? Sometimes mint leaves are used to make toothpastes. That's what we read. So toothpastes is the answer. What about D, lemons? Some lemons taste like mint? No. In the reading passage, we learned that lemons are used to make soap, not toothpaste. So D is not correct. Okay, so our answer is toothpastes. We read that mint is used to make toothpaste, so some toothpastes taste like mint. Very fresh. Okay, good. Okay, number 3. Beep, beep. What's beep? Beep can be used to make oil. So what did the reading passage say that is used to make oil? Something is used to make oil, right? We saw that plants are used in many different ways to make soap, to make rope, to make perfume, but which was used to make oil? What was used to make oil? We have A, seeds, B, perfume, C, oxygen, D, flowers. Which one in the reading passage said is used to make oil? Seeds? Are seeds used to make oil? Yes, they are. Remember, we read about corn, and we saw the seeds of corn. They're yellow, and they're also delicious to eat. But we're not talking about eating food. We're talking about using food for things other than food. We saw that corn is used to make oil. Those seeds are used to make oil. So the corn seeds can be used to make oil. So A is the correct answer. Let's look at B, perfume. Perfume can be used to make oil? The reading passage didn't talk about that. It said flowers are used to make perfume, not that perfume is used to make oil. What about oxygen? Oxygen is what we breathe. Did we see any mention of oxygen in the passage? No, the passage didn't talk about oxygen. So that's not the right answer. What about flowers? Did the reading passage say flowers can be used to make oil? No, the reading passage said flowers can be used to make perfume. So the reading passage didn't talk about making oil from flowers. So that's the wrong answer. The reading passage talked about using seeds, corn seeds, to make oil. That is the correct answer. Okay, now we've come to our chart at the end of the lesson. And this chart is asking us, how do we use plants? Remember, in this unit, we're talking about many different ways to use plants. We don't just eat plants. We have many other uses also, or two. Here we have our sentences, and we can see that the different things, what do we use plants for? We use plants for toothpaste. We use plants to make soap. So we can use for, the thing, or to, the action, okay, to make the thing. So for toothpaste, to make soap, to make oil, to make perfume, and to make ropes. We use plants or certain types of plants to make these things. And we have the pictures of the different plants up here. Let's take a look at number 1. We use beep for toothpaste. So in the reading passage, it mentioned that we use one of these plants to make toothpaste. We use it because it smells fresh and it tastes fresh. Many types of toothpaste use this. And of course, we're talking about this picture here, which is mint. We use mint for toothpaste or to make toothpaste. It's the same. So we use mint for toothpaste. Actually, probably your toothpaste, probably it has mint, right? If you go to the store, you see many toothpastes that say mint, fresh, clean taste, right? So mint toothpaste. Number 2, we use beep to make soap. We don't have to use this to make soap, but remember the reading passage said if we want soap to smell, it smells nice, smells clean, smells fresh. What do we use to make the soap? Which picture? It's this picture here, right? We use lemons to make soap. So we want soap to smell like lemon, clean and fresh. We use lemons to make soap. Not always, but sometimes. Okay. 3, We use beep to make oil. So we want to make oil. What part of the plant or what plant do we use to make oil? Remember in the reading passage, we saw a certain type of plant. We use the seed to make oil. So we use the seeds to make oil. We use the corn seeds to make corn oil. Or we use seeds, different seeds to make different oils. But we use seeds to make oil. Number 4, we use beep to make perfume. So we want to make perfume, right? Perfume smells nice. What do we use to make perfume? Well, of course, we're looking at this picture here. We use flowers to make perfume because flowers smell very good, don't they? Number 5, we use beep to make ropes. So you want to make rope, a very strong line. What do you use to make ropes? We're looking at this picture here. This part of the plant is called stem. We use stems to make ropes. Okay, we've come to the end of this lesson. And in this lesson, we're talking about how we use plants. Remember, we don't just use plants for food. Sure, we eat plants for food, but we also use plants for many, many different things, right? We use plants to make toothpaste, to make soap, to make rope, to make oil, and to make perfume. So think about that. Next time you're using something, like you're brushing your teeth, or you're washing your hands, or you're putting something on your body to smell nice, think about, did we use plants to make this thing? There are many things in our lives that we use plants for, not just for food. Well, hope you've learned a lot. This was a very interesting lesson. So, we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.